Macros and not losing body fat. I don't have my clients tracking macros and they're losing 50 to 100 pounds in less than a year with PCOS, Hashimoto's, hypothyroid, insulin resistant, type 1, type 2 diabetics, and majority of them aren't even working out. What in the world are macros? You hear about it, you hear people talking about it. Oh, I'm tracking macros, that's how I'm losing body fat. But what the hell are macros? Macros, 3 macronutrients: carbs, fats, and proteins. You're going to get the calories from those macros. So what's funny is a lot of people don't understand that when you're tracking macros, you actually have a calorie goal still. So what happens is how you figure out what your macro percentages should be, and then once you do that, then it gives you the grams. So you still have a calorie goal with your macros. You don't just do the percentages. So if you guys have like MyFitnessPal or those apps, when it breaks down the macros for you, it's breaking down the percentages of where your calories are coming from. Your carbs, fats, and proteins. Because 1 gram of carbs is 4 calories, 1 gram of protein is 4 calories, 1 gram of fat is actually 9 calories. We almost forgot that other finger. But that is where the calories are coming from. So when people say they're tracking their macros, a percentage of their calories are majority of the time. I'm not going to say majority of the time. So for instance, some people, some trainers, some programs, some plans, they might have, I know for MyFitnessPal, it gives you 50% of your calories come from the carbs. And then it's about 30% come from the protein, or maybe it's 25 or 30%. And then the rest come from the fats. So essentially what you're doing is you're having to track how many grams of fat you take in, how many grams of carbs you take in, how many grams of protein you're taking in. See, you guys probably already are like, what in the hell is he saying? And that is my biggest reason why I don't have my clients tracking macros. And I was able to figure out a way on how to make people get phenomenal results without having to track macros, because it's so confusing. People get confused just by tracking calories, and that's just one thing, not let alone tracking macros. Because I hear it all the time. People are like, I'm at my protein goal, what do? I need to get more calorie. I'm not at my fat or my carbs goal. And if you don't hit your goal of macros from your carbs, fats, and proteins, you're not going to be hitting your calories. And that's super important, and that is the biggest reason why people are struggling with losing body fat and becoming healthy. It's because you're lacking so much nutrients. So that's why I tell my clients, and I tell everybody, throw the whole macro thing out the window. Just track your calories. But where your calories come from does matter. Because you'll hear people say like, oh, I'm hitting my protein goal and that's all I care about. That's awesome. You can hit your protein goal every single day, but be lacking 1,000 calories. So essentially what's going to happen is your body's going to use those proteins as energy instead of actually using the nutrients and nourishing the body. That's why most women lose their hair when they're trying to lose body fat, because they're under eating and not taking in enough nutrients. Like I said, you could be taking in a lot of protein, but be under calories by 1,000, and your body's not going to function the way that it should. So that's why I don't have people tracking macros. And the biggest reason, like I said, is the confusion of it. When you have to try and completely change your life around and change all this stuff, and it's confusing, and you don't get results, people quit so easily on it. So that's why I figured out, look, just eat real food and hit your calories. That's it. Majority of the calories are going to be coming from the meat anyways. So you're going to get all your proteins in that your body needs to thrive. And then your carbs and fats, you're going to get those extra calories in with the veggies if you're adding any sorts of fats to the meal. But majority of the time, like a ribeye steak, got 81 calories per ounce. 10-ounce ribeye, there's 800 calories right there of fats and proteins. Your body's going to use the fats as energy. Your body's going to use that protein and nourish the body. But the most important macro out of everything, it is protein. That's why so many people are so protein focused. But instead of tracking the protein, carbs, and fats, just hit your calories. But your body absolutely needs those proteins. Protein is the most important nutrient that our body needs other than water. When we get in the protein, it helps repair the muscles. It's made up of amino acids that go in, repair muscles. It helps with the hair, the skin, the nails, and redeveloping and repairing those muscles and everything. And I truly believe taking a protein has to absolutely affect the hormones too. Because when people start to take in the right amount of calories, hormones start to change, and your body starts to thrive the way that it actually should. Then you've got your carbs. Your carbs are going to be a source of energy. Your body, when you ingest the carbs, your body breaks them down into sugars, breaks it down into glucose. It's either going to be used as energy or it's going to be stored as fat. And if you're insulin resistant, your body isn't going to function the way that it should to be able to use that as energy. And if you guys haven't listened how to reverse insulin resistance, definitely make sure you guys go and listen to that on the podcast or on YouTube. I have them posted now on TikTok and on Instagram. So if you guys aren't following on any of the social media accounts, make sure you guys do that. Coach Tyler Fullerton on all the platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, everywhere. Make sure you guys share this out too. Share this out. Let your friends, family, coworkers, let them all know that don't even say, hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Just be like, hey, I found this guy and he helps people lose body fat for free. I do one-on-one calls every single night. Every single night, ladies and gents. So make sure you guys turn on the notifications on whichever platform you guys are going to watch from. And I give you guys my entire step-by-step plan for free. When you go to the website, you can literally get the entire step-by-step plan. Just go to fullertonnutrition.com. But when I had my gym, when I was training clients, I was having people track macros. And that's the thing. And every single time I try to make this as simple as possible. And that's the biggest thing I see with a lot of trainers is they don't ever relate to the actual client. They relate to themselves and how easy it is for themselves to eat right and to track macros and do all this. They live and breathe it. Of course it's going to be simple. They don't actually put themselves in the stay-at-home mom's life, in the dad's life who's stay-at-home dad and super busy or working multiple jobs. That's what I see the most, and what kills me the most with these trainers is, oh, they don't really care. No, they do. They just can't eat 6 meals a day. No one's got time to eat 6 times a day. You got to think about it. This mom just woke up. She had barely any sleep. She has to get her kids ready for school. She's got to get their lunches done. Then, let alone, she's got to take care of herself. So it is very, very frustrating when these trainers are like, oh, these people just don't care. They don't want to track macros. They do. It's just, don't make it confusing. Put yourself in their shoes, and maybe you can actually relate to your client, and everything will start to be smooth sailing instead of your client resenting you because you're just putting them down saying, you really don't want this. No, they do. They're crying themselves to sleep. They're paying you money because they actually do want to do it. So I get it. I understand it. I feel as if I definitely understand for all you moms and ladies out there of what you guys are going through. And it's funny when a lot of women are like, you have no idea what it's like. It's so much easier for you guys to lose body fat. I'm like, no, I get it. That's why I created True Meal. That's why I created the best meal replacement protein shake you can get anywhere. Because all of you moms and dads working stay-at-home moms and dads are struggling to get in calories. You guys can't get in a quick, easy meal, and I found that out fast when I had my own gym. So I get it. I understand it, and that's my goal, to make this weight loss thing so simple for everybody. I don't care if you have PCOS, if you have Hashimoto's, if you have hypothyroid, if you're insulin resistant. You guys can get phenomenal results, but you just have to be the change. And don't make it confusing. Stop doing all these diets. Stop doing all these programs. Stop doing diets. I made an entire podcast on that, weight loss over coffee, yesterday. So definitely go listen to those episodes, ladies and gents. Share them out. But stop doing diets. Just eat real food. You don't have to track macros. Tracking macros is absolutely unneeded when you hit your calorie goal for weight loss and eat real food. Meat, veggies, nuts, seeds, fruit, dairy. I just don't drink milk. And for the love of God, eat the whole freaking egg. There's no reason to do diets. Do something you can do forever. And I promise you, you can absolutely eat real food for the rest of your life. If you have cake, if you have soda, if you have pastries, it is what it is. Start on the next meal. You're not a failure. Don't binge out because you ate a cookie one day. Continue what you're doing. I promise you, you can absolutely get phenomenal results, have the best body you've ever had, become healthy. You just got to start. Day by day, meal by meal, ladies and gents. Weight loss over coffee. Bringing you guys everything, giving you guys everything. Stop struggling with that fat melting off the body. Share this out. Let everybody know where they can go. I'm out of here. Have an amazing freaking day, ladies and gentlemen.